Hi, friends. Hi. Good morning. I'm Karen, Care Bear Bard of Cards. Welcome to Coffee and Cards. So, just I know people are moving over from Good Dawning over at Mr. Floyd's Universe. Has changed times, so he goes on right before me now, at 8 a.m. Eastern in the mornings. So it is a true good dawning on the East Coast. Oh, check it. Yay! I saw it on Amazon. It was pretty cheap too. I was like, heck yeah, my new mug. All right. So wow, we've got our first love today. I already turned on Mr. Predicto, but he is going to sound off when I pick him up. Okay.
Oh, yes, it has been determined in the cataverse.
Okay, so our first love today goes to Rooted Willow. Hi, Tamitha. Hi, good to see you. Congratulations. So, first love, first lovers. I'm just gonna start saying that because it makes me laugh. They get a yes or no question from Mr. Predicto. So, I'll just give you, like 10 seconds or so to think of your question, put it out to the universe, and Mr. Projecto will receive it in the ethers and give you an answer after I tap his belly. All right. So, thank you so much. And y'all subscribe to Readed Willa. She does um, awesome like readings on the weekends and the evenings. They're fun. I know a lot of shows are going on, and I have friends on sometimes too. So I'm like jumping around saying hi. So I know how it is. Okay, so you got your question. Let's ask. All right, Mr. Predicto, what is it?
No. Now, excuse me while I use the litter box.
No! Oh no. Well, better luck next time. I don't know. I hope it wasn't anything too bad. I can't control him. But you could have asked something like, am I going to get fired? And a yes would have been bad. So a no would be good then, right? Thanks for being here. Rooted. Okay. Hey, Jeff. Hey, friend. How are you? This is my poet friend that I was sharing his works last week, was it? Was it last? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was. Or I don't know. Sometime. Yeah, I think it was last week. Time, right? Time. Goodness. But Jeff is so talented. He's also a really great reader, and he does these awesome, like, he's really good at crafting words on the fly. And he starts a lot of his readings off with a prayer poem that he just comes up with. It could be somebody he's never talked to before, and he'll just spin something. It's truly a gift, Jeff. And I appreciate you being here, friend. Hi, Krista. Hi. Blindly Inspired comes on during the day around noon Eastern. Check her out. I always like the insights and all of the wonderful. Uh, Krista does a lot of like the AI art. Um, she shows us her like visions and insights and everything through the art, and it's really cool to be able to share that and see that. So thank you, Krista. Hi. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? Changed your name up on me. Oh my goodness. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And please subscribe to everybody's channels here. I love seeing everybody come together like this. It makes me so happy. Hi, Trista. Hi. Enjoyed the tuning forks earlier this week. What's got past the whole that's the thing, like we don't always know quite how things are gonna work out, right? But got it through a few bumps with the sound thing there, and but that was really cool. I enjoyed that. And I really like your personality. Trista, you're fun. So please subscribe to Trista. Hey Victor, hi friend. Truth Wave Energy Meditation, 9:45 a.m. and p.m. every day. That's Eastern Time. Please check him out. Um, I know that's my meditation, main meditation source. And then also I go to Terry over at Holding Your Space a lot too. So thank you so much, Victor. And yesterday, what you did, holding a prayer and meditation is like, a space where we got together to send out energetic, peaceful vibes, prayers of peace for India and Pakistan right now, as if we need another conflict in the world right now, right? Thank you. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Oh, hey, Ellen. Hey, how are you? I was running around getting ready for my show this morning, so I couldn't interact too much earlier. So I'm gonna have to check you out. I love to sing. So I heard you doing karaoke. You have fun with the karaoke, so that's fun. Yeah, I love karaoke too. That was actually when I had my bachelorette party. I had a my friends threw it for me in Savannah, Georgia. We stayed at Flannery O'Connor's childhood home, which is picturesque and very old too. I was kind of a little bit like spooked by some of the rooms that we were staying at in there, to be honest with you. And this is before, like, I I guess I had my, awakening, so to speak, but I've always been interested in things like that, especially paranormal. Um, yeah, I was kind of scared to sleep in one of the rooms by myself. So I made one of my friends sleep with me. They were like, yeah, you can have this room. I'm like, no, I don't want to be here by myself. Thank you. But thanks, but no thanks. We got to eat at and this is like before Paula Dean's, whole like little slip ups and stuff. But yeah, but her restaurant there, I wanted to have, you know, taste real southern, her spin on southern, and her banana pudding, which I make now, and it's fabulous. Um, I do fresh whip on top though, not the meringue, because I don't like meringue. I'm telling you a lot about myself all of a sudden, aren't I? Um, and then also though, the point of that though was the first night we did karaoke, and that was fun. And then we also did like a haunted pub crawl one night. So it was totally my like nerdy little bachelorette party. I was allowed to drag my friends to do things that normally they'd be like, okay, Karen. Anyways, I had so much fun with that. Thanks, Ellen, for being here. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you more. Hi. Hi, Karen. Hi, my fellow Karen. The good ones. How are you today? I went on my soapbox about Karens yesterday. Hey, Millie. Hi. So I am, I'm planning on hopefully bringing the Lilith thing tomorrow. I need a little bit more time. I went a little squirrel brain yesterday. I got a little chatty yesterday. I was a little too Gemini, flitting around everywhere. And I'm like, oh crap, I need more time for this. So yeah, I totally like came up with everything. Literally, like as I was dropping my son off at school this morning, I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna talk about how tarot influences art, or art influences tarot. I can't even talk. And of course, like I didn't have enough time to actually put all my cards in order to do this. So we're gonna really like be winging it this morning in true style. I'm really good at winging it. Hey, Ramon. Hi. Hey, how are you? Thank you for being here. And y'all please check out Ramon. He's fabulous. And later this month, I'm so excited that I'll be on in orbit getting interviewed. I'm so excited. I've known my answers. If you change the last questions, that's cool, but I already know pretty much all the answers I'm gonna say for those. I've known for a while. I blab about them in the chats when I'm up there. Thank you. And sorry, y'all, my allergies, like the sniffles, it's annoying. I'm so sorry. I live in South Carolina. The allergies are horrible here. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, I'm just gonna boop, boop, boop. I feel like the sound effects. Boop. Oh, I miss having a kitty to boop the nose. I need a cat. I need a cat. And I lost my cat last year. She got out and we never found her. And but I don't know the reasons for that. But I do appreciate the 13 years that we had with her. So yeah. But yeah, I need a cat. I'm ready. Hey Hershey, how are you? I know, like I probably even said hey. I'm so like I don't even know what I've if you've said hey or not to, but I see you saying hey to other people right now. So I missed your first entrance apparently. Y'all check out Hershey. We love Hershey. Hershey's like um she's fun and probably one of the most unique readers that you'll ever come across. So yeah, check her out. Check her out. Fatima. Oh, the sweetest person I know in YouTubeville. Fatima. Genuinely kind. We love you. Hi. Hi. New faces. Hi. Welcome. I am so gonna mess this up, but I'm sure this wouldn't be the first time, right? Like I apologize. I hate not knowing how to say things. It's a pet peeve of mine, so it pains me truly. But Sneha, Sneha, totally guessing that, but regardless, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Guidance? Can you get some guidance? Well, I usually like close out pulling some like oracles and stuff to give us leave us some inspiration through the day. At the beginning of this, I usually we'll talk about some stuff uh and then usually pull some messages that are collective and but I am planning on doing some private readings. I haven't done private, like individual readings in a while. Not private, but like free on here. I said that wrong. It's private to me because it's not collective, it's individual. um, I'm feeling, pulled to do that too. So just, turn on your notifications. It's, I greatly appreciate your subscription. It would be amazing. Turn on notifications, and I would gladly give you a reading. That's one thing that I enjoy doing. I need to do, I want to do a little bit more of. So thank you. Let's roll. Let's see. Oh, hey, Josh. Hi. Hi. I'm so um, happy for you. Like this new energy. I can see it's good. It's good. And dog sitting too. Oh my gosh, you're so gonna want a dog after this. Bless. You're like, oh no. um, and y'all, I'm gonna share today. Excuse me. I meant to do this the other day. Is share your the GoFundMe. Josh is trying. His dad his health isn't the greatest right now, and he's going to need to relocate. He wants to relocate to help his father, which I think is a beautiful thing. And of course, I want to do anything I can to help you make that possible. Um, I'm sure all of us have the same sentiment. So I do want to share that. All right, y'all. I've been going, y'all. I'm gonna have to like just bloop. I'm so sorry if I miss anybody, but we gotta get talking. I've said hello for so long. So one thing like that I get really excited about with tarot is the art. And it's kind of one of those things like the people who don't get the tarot deck collecting bug uh, might not don't get the understand why we would want so many different decks. But decks express themselves in different ways, and even the meanings can differ because when I'm looking at the art on a card, say with the Rider Waite Smith, the traditional art in that, it's very specific. Some of the things I've learned about it and the art in applying to the meanings. But how can I look at another card that it has a different vibe to it and not acknowledge that I'm feeling that vibe? It's little nuances like that when you're reading the tarot that can make a difference. Is really tapping into visual clues and taking time for the senses for that. And sometimes it's like what the definition of it is, which I call the rote meaning. Um, but you know, sometimes we have a feeling like that's not what's being said here, or that card came out for another reason. Especially in pet readings, that happens a lot, where I'm like, why is this card here? But it's just there sometimes because that cat or that dog on that card looks like their dog or cat, the person I'm reading for. It's very interesting how that happens. So I loosen myself up to just take in things. And that's why everybody's readings are so individual too. And I even have to remind myself that about other people's too. It's what we're seeing and feeling in that moment. Um, and other readers might be like, well, but they didn't say, blah blah blah. But it's hard to put yourself when you're not sitting in that the energy, when everything's pulled, when everything's put down. That's why a lot of tarot readers will kind of shy away for trying to interpret other people's spreads as well. Yeah. So, anyways, but I highly suggest if you're first learning the tarot, okay, is to start out with the Rider Waite Smith for sure. I was not a fan of the Rider-Waite Smith when I first started, but once I was learning, I got it. And also, I highly suggest, like, if you're gonna pick a deck and you don't want to use the Rider-Waite Smith, use something that's a closer like variant. We do have the like what is this? The Morgan Greer. But with the Morgan Greer though too, sometimes it can people don't like how it zooms in. Like it's really kind of like close up, more close up in your face with that. And there still can be some subtle things. There's a particular card in here to me that has a total different vibe than the other. And some honestly like that confused me a little bit with the interpretation as well. Um, that happens. So it's really good to kind of have a baseline, with the Rider-Waite. And I highly recommend learning the minors first, quartz, and save the majors for last. I know a lot of people do majors first, but I feel like it's easier to progress, and that's how my teacher teaches it too, is to progress from the minors. And then those pesky quartz, those pesky court cards. But the major arcana, like they're big, sweeping, thematic ideas. And I think it's good when you've sunk your teeth elsewhere and got, used to and your feet a little bit wet before you jump into with the major arcanas. So let's get into some things with the Rider-Waite. I'm gonna like pull. I've got a few decks here. I've got a super funky little deck here of the witchy. What is it? Is it the witchy cat? Oh my gosh, the witchy cat tarot or something like that. From Dame Darcy. I just know Dame Darcy. Okay, and she has a very interesting like this Five of Swords. Oh my goodness, this cracks me up. Uh, so there's a lot going on in this Five of Swords card here compared to the original. Let me I was trying to just like frantically put my Rider-Waite deck in order before the show, yeah, I didn't succeed in that, but that's okay. We'll find it. We shall find it. Okay. Close. The Five of Swords is hiding. These are the ones I put in order. Oh, there you are, Five of Swords. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, totally different things going on here. Oh, I forgot to mention too, I think it's really important with the deck to use, okay, so we have these things like, I don't really like pip decks that much. And when we say pip, we mean like there's not these nice, like cool, like little pictures. It'll be more like a bunch of like sticks, like wands crossing each other, just the numbers of those. And only the major arcana will actually have the images. Like you'll find that a lot in the Marseille tarot, which is actually out, from Marseille region of France. So, anyways, yeah. So we've got the Five of Swords here. Obviously, this guy's like, yep, run away. It's like a very like bully vibe, right? This, like, we've got like a whole story going on here, more so. I mean, it's not just like this after the fact, like it seems like, the actions already, like it just happened, right? Here, it's happening and it's a battle. I mean, like, look at that guy. I mean, he's scary. And then, wow, like, a lot of people are really getting hurt. So, I mean, I would have, oh, gosh, if this came out, I'd be like, ouch, like it would feel even more kind of absurd to me in a way, like maybe just this crazy dramatics, like who, it's like do you feel like you're just looking at this person and they're a monster? I don't know. I mean, it's just those kind of um little subtle things, and that one's not so subtle. There is one actually in the Morgan Greer, and it's actually, I think it's my Five of Pentacles. It's my favorite Five of Pence. Fives. There's something with five today, huh? I didn't plan that. Five is changes and conflicts and yeah, right? So we have this Five of Pentacles. And like instantly, like the first phrase that comes to my mind, I just keep thinking like Mother Mary, Mother Mary, Mother Mary. Like this like beautiful, like this divine, like feminine, just comforting, like, and he's taking the help, right? He's being held, he's being hugged, as opposed to the original Rider-Waite interpretation, which, let's see, yeah, that's not one of the ones. Oh, here we go. Lucky me, it's right on top. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so we get the feeling that probably both are outside of a church. It zoomed in so close. I mean, they're wearing, the clothing, right? And obviously he's got the bandage and everything, and he's holding the crutches, but he's actually being held at this point. And it doesn't look like, for a second there, I was like, could she be that person? But I don't think so, because she looks like, maybe a nun at the church, right? So I would say, like, with this one, like, I would feel more hopeful, almost like a gentleness here, where this one feels a little bit more precarious, a little bit more like, are they just going to keep walking? Like just totally being out in the cold, whereas you'd feel like, yeah, things are tough, but I can see you have somebody there with you right now, lean into that. Or spirit, your angels are holding you right now, even if you don't feel it. I would feel that with this card. And that's just a kind of an example there. I have a really interesting, this is an indie deck. The sass, to kind of joke around and call it the sassy burrito. The Sasaburito. I keep saying it. It's like the hardest deck to say, I think. Oh, this is yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's very like, I love gilding, and the backs are really cool. That kind of gives me that Silence of the Lambs vibe though, right? But I do like, okay, so here's a really good one right here. Death. Death is a very famous card, right? Look at this one. Totally different. There's not, a skeleton reading a horse with a flag or whatever. Like you can just see, like, literally her soul is like leaving her body in this. But there you also see that point of transition. So I this just evokes like more emotions for me than with the actual representation. Let's see. Death should be easy to find, right? I'm just trying to do this quick. There we go. Do, 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 do. This is one of my favorite cards. I love it. I absolutely love it. But yeah, see how totally different it is. What would you say differently between these two if you had them, right? How would you view this. It seems kind of like a little more ominous. This seems a little bit more, kind of, this is a bitter sadness to it, doesn't it? It has a really, like a sadness to it. Let me see. There's some more. Oh, this is a great one. Okay, this is brilliant. The Magician. Look at all these hands and stuff. Isn't that so cool? And oh gosh, yeah. So it's just like, yes, I have all of these things. I have the one I can juggle. I can do all of these things, all of the tricks at one time. He's all the elements, all the bag, all the tricks in his bag. Um, and honestly, like I could probably look at this and just because of the things that are going on here, as opposed to the original Rider Waite, which I like to joke around too, that it makes me think of John Travolta from Staying Alive. Right? This, if I didn't know as much too, it's just like, okay, look, you got a cup, you got a wand, you got a pinnacle. What's the other thing? A sword on the table. Yeah, and look, that fit, as above, so below. You got all the tools. But this one though is just like, look, you're great at multitasking. You've got the magic. I mean, I feel like I could say more, and it's more relatable just in that nuance of the art. Um, what? Oh gosh, I'll have to do this again sometime when I really think about some of my collection and things I've looked at in the past like that. I did, okay, yeah, my cat tarot. This is especially where I go off the rails when I do my pet readings, okay? I am not really on normal, like, I leave myself very loose and open for pet readings, meaning in my interpretation of it. And I literally like that's why I like to use the pet cards specifically for pet reads. And I like ones that I feel like I'm seeing cats that are gonna do things like this, right? It's just their personality and stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, I see the King of Pentacles or whatever, yeah. Got very, obviously very, secure, um, a practical cat. Interesting, right? But yeah, I'll give me the tuna time. Give me the tuna time. But like those little behaviors like that. And I even was doing a reading for a bird one time with my cat deck because I didn't have a bird deck. And I was like, you know what? Sometimes they just express themselves and it works out. And this was a perfect example of how it did that. Oh gosh, it was the Ten of Swords in this deck, which, is a weird card to come out during a reading. You're like, wanting to give, great news about a pet, and then you get the Ten of Swords out, and I'm started looking, I'm like, but I'm looking at other cards, and this doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. Like it feels out of place to me. And oh god, it's really hiding in here, the Ten of Swords. Here it is. It felt out of place to me. And then I started asking, I was like, does your bird like ever like get in the cage and do this? They were like, yes. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. I think I know why this came out. Like, at first I was like, oh, well, it's not the Ten of Swords, no. But yeah. So those are just like kind of some fun things. I encourage you. Um, to look at your tarot, if you're into the tarot, look at the cards um, and take, like the Rider Waite and another and do the comparison like side by side. How would I read this, different, or open yourself up to just go against all logic and reason you normally would feel during these situations. Just say screw it and read with your heart and your intuition and throw that book definition out of your mind for just a little bit to try to be a clear channel, just to look and see the impressions and everything that you get off the art. So it's a very essential experience all the way around. Even sounds that happen during readings. I say everything that happens during the reading is part of the reading. If I hear a siren, it's like we need to pay attention to this, right? So yeah, I I, I love tarot. I do. I absolutely do. And you can go as deep as you want to with it and never run out of things to learn about it and expand your knowledge and your understanding of it. So that's my PSA for tarot today. All right, so let's get some just some messages to take with you for this day. Not, just general messages, not particularly related to today's message, just something to send you on your day with. First off, we'll pull from John Holland, Spirit Messages. Spirit, what do you want our coffee and cards collective to know the most today? What advice or message do we most need to hear today, Spirit? Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm just scrolling down real quick. Oh, Millie, happy birthday to your daughter, too. I remember Josh saying that. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, my. My girls have a birthday coming up on the 22nd. They'll be 3. Oh, I'm making it through these hard years. But I'll miss them. I will miss them. So, but yeah, they're hard. I feel like I have to have eyes all over me to catch everything that they're doing, and they run in different directions, and they keep me busy. They do. But I love it. I do. But this is my sanity doing this. All right. Seek. Ooh, I've never pulled this one before. Seek. Wow. Kind of like the way I was saying, seeking, feeling your readings with your heart. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. That's beautiful. We'll always be connected, whether you want it or not. Just kidding. Oh, and on the bottom, reach out is on the bottom. Reach out. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help we're offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. That's kind of a message with the Five of Pentacles I was talking about earlier, you know. It's a common adage, you know, with the tarot readers to add like, hey, there's possibly help, but you're gonna have to, you know, open yourself up to accepting it or you know, seeing it or something, you know. Um, but it's just doing it. Let's see. Let's pull. I haven't pulled. Let's see, for my crystals deck in a while. Let's get some crystal energy, like something you can work with. Or, you know, if you don't have this stone or whatever, maybe you could just like read about it or use the color somehow. You know, there's something behind it that you can use. I'm not telling people to go out and buy the crystals, but hey, if you do, get them from Chloe's Crystals. I have another package on the way from Chloe. My raw piece of malachite. I'm so excited. Can't wait. I have to keep that one in a safe spot from little toddler hands. All right. Put a lot of cards in this deck. Oh, goodness. 78 of them. Pretty big oracle deck. It's what? That's how many is in a tarot deck, isn't it? Jet. This has come out a lot for me lately, is Jet. It's fairly inexpensive, I would imagine, isn't Jet? Jet. What it is, earthy and grounding. We're in Taurus season right now. It's a great time to ground. This true black mineraloid variety of coal is an ancient fossilized driftwood. It's not a crystal at all, right? It's a driftwood. Interesting. Did not know that. Who needs it? Empaths. I'm sure a lot of y'all are. And witchy types. Yeah, it's right up our alley here. Where to put it? To clear a physical space or your body of uninvited vibes. Swipe Jet over the affected area and tell toxic energy, spirits, intentions to, it literally says this, to peace out. When to use it? When asking for guidance from elsewhere. I'm kind of doing that right now. Think seances, but I don't do those. Guided meditations, yes. A hardcore tarot session, yeah. Jet can take the edge off of high vibe stones like moldavite and serpentine, and is a wise old friend to bring as your plus one wherever your triggers are sure to be on the guest list. I like the writing on that. That's funny. So jet, yeah, protection. So yeah, apparently we need to protect our energy a little bit and to make sure that we're grounding and doing spiritual, like spiritual hygiene, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we do. It is a constant thing. And empaths, your energy gets strained because it's hard to just differentiate people's emotions from your own. We have to sit with ourselves for a little while to recharge and know what we're feeling again. And that's okay. Don't feel bad for having to do that. It's just, you know, who you are and what you need to do for you. Just don't stay there too long alone. Don't do that. Come here. Be with the community. All right. So what I'm gonna do for y'all is last I'm gonna pull from my little quote thingy. I'm gosh darn it. Okay, I'll grab a couple of charms and a quote. I was like, and then we'll close out. Except been on long enough. Just 1 second. Okay. Goodness gracious, my girls got in here again. So I'm not able to walk. They've got all this stuff in the way. They're sneaky. They get up in the middle of the night. It's kind of like stressful as a parent a little bit when you're thinking about them running around the house. Oh my gosh. Apparently, okay, so this was in my coffee, the cup that I got from Chloe, this carnelian coffee teacup. Okay. And this was in there, but now this is in my jar bucket. I got this from Chloe too. It's oh my gosh, what is that? Is it aquamarine? Is it aquamarine or something like that? I know this is like a really good soothing, it's a good soother stone. So if your emotions are feeling a little heavy, that's a good thing, but also too, this could be a little nod to check some transits, look at your chart, something in the astrology, something in the planets. Um, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you could look at Saturn. Saturn's always a bugger in your chart, to look out for because that's where our challenges and everything lie. But it's how we grow. 98. That's actually the year I graduated high school. I got a 9 and an 8 that they fell out together, so 98. But also the numbers 9 and 8, or you can flip them 8, 9. Could have some significance to you or to look at those numbers in numerology. Oh, this is interesting. The ripe cherries came out the other week. The little green ones came out. Something is not ready. It's still green. It's not ready. It needs a little bit more work. And we've got our eagle here. And that's about seeing the bigger picture of things because they fly high, right? They see everything. So there's something to you can see a broader picture on first before you can move on with that. Oh, I missed this. We had another 8, 9, 8, 8, 88, 8, 8. Any of these, like, yeah, let's just kind of look at those numbers. And eights, to me is like kind of like a abundance to me. I always look at it as that abundant number. We're putting the work, we're doing, we're like almost at like that 9. And then we hit the 10 where we start to cycle back over, but we're almost to that point of completion. Yeah, to get to the 9. Peace. Prayers for peace right now. Prayers for peace. And prioritize peace in your heart, peace in your life. Those are my charms today. And let's get our quote and we'll be done. I apologize. We are getting used to things again here. Switching up schedules and stuff. And please go to meditation, Victor, if you are able to. Okay. Here. 2 today. Okay. So there could be some like project or something that you're working on. Like we're not saying it's not quite ready. There's something you see a bigger viewpoint on. Because I got this quote, Sylvia Plath. I love the bell jar. I read that not too long ago. The worst enemy to creativity is self-doubt. We need to stop doubting ourselves so much. Speak nicer to yourself. Believe in yourself. Okay, last one. The communication between yourself and the ancestors is within. Be aware of your thoughts. Yes. Can't make this shit up, right? Pay attention to your dreams. Observe the animals that appear in your life. Look at the signs, symbolisms, and synchronicities that occur day to day. This is where the messages are found. And if I had a microphone, I'd do a little mic drop for you on that one. Because that was good. All right. Oh, thank y'all so much for being here. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're doing an unboxing today, Hershey. Yes. Yay. I'm gonna be on the lookout. Oh, your youngest is a Taurus Gemini. Lindsay, oh yes. Oh, I love y'all. Hey Tina. Hi Elizabeth. I'm just going through catching uh, Sandy, hi, hi, hi. Oh, I wish I could read everything, but I don't want to keep y'all here. I know y'all got things to do and meditations to go to. There are two ways. So, or, Terry, she's been, she's on right now too. So, anyways, all right. I love y'all. Thank y'all so very much. And hopefully, tomorrow we'll be talking about Black Moon Lilith and how that works in your chart and just talking about Lilith in general. It's a lot. So we'll see. But coming soon, I promise. All right. Love y'all. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those things. I greatly appreciate them and I appreciate you. Take care. Bye bye. Mwah.